Most people don't wake up one morning excited to buy insurance. No one stretches, smiles, and says, today feels like a good day to read a policy document. Insurance is usually not a dream. It's a realization. So the big question is, what actually convinces people to buy insurance? Is it fear? Is it experience? Or is it finally understanding the risk? Hello, and welcome to Insurance World TV, where we break down insurance and risk concepts in a way that actually makes sense. Today's episode is based on real data, not assumptions. We carried out a short survey asking one simple but powerful question: what usually convinces people to buy insurance? And the responses gave us some very interesting insights. Here's what people said. 79% said, finally understanding the risk. 14% said, a very persistent agent. 7% said, a close call or near miss. Now let's break this down, because this tells us a lot about how people actually think about insurance. Insight number 1. Understanding beats fear. Let's start with the biggest one. 79%. Nearly 8 out of every 10 people said they bought insurance after they finally understood the risk. Not because of fear, not because of pressure, but because things finally made sense. And this is important. Most people don't ignore insurance because they're careless. They ignore it because the language is confusing, the risks feel distant, the consequences are not clearly explained. But once someone explains it clearly, something clicks. For example, when someone realizes a simple hospital admission can wipe out years of savings, when a small car accident costs more than 5 years of premiums, when a fire, flood, or theft affects someone just like them, that's when insurance stops being abstract. That's when risk becomes real. Clarity beats panic. Every time. Insight number 2. Persistence works, but only with value. Now, let's talk about the 14%. Yes, persistence matters. Some people do buy insurance because an agent followed up. One more call, one more reminder, one more explanation. But here's the key lesson. People don't hate follow-ups. They hate follow-ups that add no value. There's a big difference between, I was just checking in, and let me explain what happens if this risk actually occurs. Persistence works best when it comes with education, examples, real-life scenarios, not pressure. The best agents don't chase, they guide. Insight number 3. Near misses are loud but rare. Now, this one surprises many people. Only 7% said they bought insurance after a close call. A minor accident, a hospital scare, a flooded house next door. Why is this so low? Because humans are very good at normalizing risk. We say things like, it didn't happen last time. I was lucky. I'll sort it out later. Until later becomes too late. And here's a line worth remembering. Speed doesn't matter once timing is gone. Insurance bought after the accident is not protection. It's an expensive lesson. What this means for consumers. So, What does all this mean for you watching? It means you shouldn't wait for an accident, a hospital bill, or a friend's claim story. Instead, ask yourself, do I understand my risks? Can I afford the consequences if something goes wrong? Or am I just hoping for the best? Hope is not a strategy. Understanding is. What this means for the insurance industry. And for insurers, agents, and brokers watching this, the message is clear. Stop selling policies and start explaining consequences. Stop using fear and start using clarity. The future of insurance growth is not louder selling, it's clearer conversations. So to wrap this up, 79% act when they finally understand the risk. Education beats fear, and persistence works when paired with value. And remember, insurance only feels expensive until the risk shows up. Education helps people act before that moment. Now I'd love to hear from you. What convinced you to buy insurance? Was it a scare, a lesson, or clarity? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode with someone who still thinks insurance can wait. This is Insurance World TV, where risk finally makes sense.